Hey, good morning. It's Dr. Bob Flower with a little bit of laryngitis. And today is Wednesday, June 5th, and this is the Master Pattern Report. Okay, so last week we were right on target with our call with silver between Wednesday and Thursday. Silver had an up spike of approximately 2.5%, and oil as well made a move. It was $2 move, and we're looking for a move in both of those areas today and Wednesday and Friday. Okay, of this week. So we think we may have hit a bottom here with the commodities, with the silver and the gold, and we're going to start seeing an up move, and I'm looking for a move back up to approximately $25.17 or 18 cents, somewhere in that move within the next three and a half weeks. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. Our other stocks are down at this point because the market is starting to tank a little bit here. But don't forget, we've been talking about these stocks on a longer term basis, 4, 6, 8 months, possibly even a year. So keep those in mind. Wendy's, CSX, and American Financial. We think that American Financial, while it hasn't acted the way we like, we think it will start to make a comeback here. So now let's just talk about the market going forward and what to expect. Well, if you remember, over a week ago, I believe it was last Thursday, I think it was, when Bernanke came out and he started talking about quitting on the QE Infinity, and we talked about the Japanese market tanking 7% in one day. And we had mentioned to you that that's what we expect will be happening with our market at some time in the near future. When that's going to happen, we're not sure, but don't be surprised if there is a November surprise this year, October-November surprise this year, and there's heavy talk about rates. Now, here's the thing that we all need to be cognizant of. The actual commitment to raise rates is not quite as important as the discussions, the preliminaries about it, because that's when the moves occur. When the market starts to perceive that that's coming into play, that's when you're going to get the action, not the actual day or time or week that that commitment is set out. So it's important to watch what the thinking and the hints are to see what's going to happen with the market. And it may well be that this November there's something shaping up in the master pattern that looks like we might get a hit with rates anyway. But conversely, towards the end of the year, it looks like things will be better than what we're going to see over the summer. And we are going to see a downturn here. People are going to be very negative. There's a lot of political stuff coming out, against the president and against the Democrats and the Republicans with scandals and stuff like that. And that on top of a weak economy is not going to help us. But we think that this too shall pass, and we're going to see a better late fourth quarter this year. It sounds like it may be in conflict, but I've given up a long time ago on second guessing the master pattern. When I see things clearly with this, I go with it, regardless of what my subjective feelings or my logic tells me, okay? That's just the way this works. The other area I wanted to bring to your attention is something that I just found out about this week, and that is the government surplus of property. The government has under its control ownership 1 billion square feet of real estate. The need of the government concerning that real estate is actually no more than 750 million square feet. So that we have about a 25% waste factor. And this 25% waste factor is draining part of the drain of our economics. Because when you consider you need maintenance, you need management, you need fuel. I mean, thank God we're not paying mortgages and property taxes, because we would really be, I mean, it would really be a real estate investor's catastrophe. But it's bad enough. And Congress does not want to sell these properties. At least not until things are positioned right for the different congressmen and senators, okay, if you know what I'm saying. So what I would suggest, and I know there's a few of you congressmen, and at least one senator that watches us, is that you lease, let's do a long-term lease, or even a shorter-term lease. Let's get this burden, this tremendous economic burden, under control. And you still will have your finger in the pie, so to speak, until you're thrown out of office. Oh, did I say that? Okay. Well, anyway, we need to make a move here. This is another area that is relatively simple to accommodate. We need not sell it. We can lease it to responsible contractors, developers, investors, users, what have you, pick up some extra income there, as well as save a whole bunch of money with maintenance, repairs, energy costs, and things of that sort, okay? So, in your emails or faxes or what have you, or discussions or meetings with these various politicos, mention to them that you think this is a good idea. When they start to see that more and more people are more knowledgeable, they change. They do. They take an entirely different approach, and that's the avenue that we have to go down now. We have to put pressure on these people by letting them know that we think that they're second class, third class, and that there is a way for them to be first class, and we're teaching them how. Right? And I think that whether or not you're for or against what's happening with these scandals, I think it's a good thing for America. I think we're starting to see more and more civic involvement, individual involvement of people, small groups, small individuals, speaking up and having their minds deliberating towards these particular inefficiencies and ineffectiveness that's been going on with our governments, and that this will bring about a change, and the degree of governance will shrink. Now, one other thing I want to talk to you about, and that is healthcare. There is a program, and I'm going to get you some more information on this, that a group of doctors out west in Texas have put together, which a friend of mine is also involved with here in the East. And what this group of medicos do is they charge a flat flat monthly fee to their patients, and it's small. It's like anywhere between $20 to $50 a month. They don't take any health insurance. They charge you $20 to $50 a month every month, and $10 to $15 a visit. Now, this sounds like a model that can work for just about everyone. And when you think about the cost of that as to the cost of health insurance that most people are paying today, this is something I'm going to be reporting on more in the future. And I think, again, we're sort of in economically and conceivably even socially, we're sort of going through this rites of passage. Okay, we're getting ready to make a huge change from one type of culture to another type of culture, and the major factor is information and knowledge. Okay, and it then becomes this this sort of fighting ground as to whether the culture and the transition, the positives and the negatives, so that an overall good for the most will develop. Okay, so that's what we have to say for this week. Next week we will be covering something that I've been working on for quite a while with the master pattern, and I hope to show you some interesting qualities about this wonderful and very, very successful model that we've come across. Thanks, and have a great week.